Swole protesters suing the gays. All of them. And Kim Jong-Un's mystical powers debunked on today's episode of 1, 2, 3 Jokes!
Oh. Welcome everybody to 1, 2, 3 Jokes, the competitive comedy podcast where we take 3 stories from the news, write 3 jokes about each story, and decide who has written the funniest jokes. My name is Jeremy Martinez.
Hi, I'm Ricardo Leone.
I'm Bob Timmons.
I'm Carly Kastner.
And I'm Aaron Kraft.
Aaron Kraft, our resident judge, and today we are joined by our very good friend, the very funny Hannah Tighe.
Hello.
Hannah Tighe.
Hello.
Hannah Tighe.
Thanks for having me back on.
So Hannah, is the G, H, and E in your last name silent?
Oh, yeah.
How do
More of
people
your last
normally-
name is silent.
Oh,
When you get telemarketers or whatever, what is the normal pronunciation?
Tighe, Tighe. Was there most of it? My name for a while in high school was Hannah Tighe, Tiggie.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to call you that.
T-I-double-E. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Big Winnie the
Tighe.
Pooh fan at 17, you know.
That's what Tiggies do best.
You guys must have been the coolest girls in school.
So cool.
Well, I did
was.
lose my virginity at 21.
Ooh.
While you were in high school?
She was going back a lot. Yeah, it was a rough start
The
there.
girl who bought everyone booze.
Hey guys, I got booze. Will you have sex with me?
Yeah.
There's always like
That was my
kid-
strategy.
Yeah. There was always that kid with the beard who did that. You know, like he had a beard in 8th grade, and then he like had a fake somehow.
Those were narcs. They just went to the evidence closet and just pulled something out so that, we could party and then they can get deep in to the...
Ew.
When I was working at a summer camp, the first year I was there, I met this guy who had full beard and facial hair. He looked really old. And I asked him how old he was, and he told me he was 17. And I was like, no, that is not true. And he like had to show me his ID because I didn't believe him. And I feel like it's usually the opposite. He was like proving his youth.
I'm almost positive in junior high there was a guy with a full beard, just the hairiest motherfucker I've ever seen to this day. And he was probably 8th or 9th grade. I cannot believe, especially considering like what I have right now. Like this is after years of cultivating.
Wait,
What a
That
bonsai
new
there?
fertilizer is really working, Robert.
I had a friend who was like way into Lil Wayne, and we went to a Lil Wayne concert like 4 years ago. So I grew up in Des Moines, so we drove to the University of Illinois, which is like 8 hours away, go to a Lil Wayne concert. We were old, and then we wanted to go to some bars, so we went to like the College Row. We like didn't know that was where all the young kids went. And the bouncer like checked our IDs several times, and he goes, "You guys are too old to be here."
That's when you know
Well, thank you. I'm flattered.
Yeah, we thought we were millionaires too because we were drinking Long Island iced teas, and I think they were like $2 each, and they're in like these plastic cups. No one talked to us. Like they probably thought we were like the foreign exchange students or something.
I think
I don't
that's
know,
my
maybe
mom's
they-
friends.
Maybe they thought you were underage, and like the trend now is to get fake IDs that say you're like 40.
I don't look 40.
Well, I think Jeremy has proven that he has no idea what's going on in youth culture. So,
When I was a bartender, I used to card pretty much anyone that I like thought They could be. They just could be, but they're probably not. And like 9 times out of 10, you'd get the response of, thank you, because they get excited to get ID'd. And I always thought like, oh God, this person is definitely old. But I'm at the point now where when I get carded, I say thank you. I'm old now.
Come full circle.
I have a line. Like when that happens to me at Trader Joe's or something, I'm like, oh, my night cream's working well. I hate myself like every time I use that.
The night cream?
No, I love the night cream. Usually that's
You should start saying like, oh, great. The children I've been eating has really trickled through.
Holy shit.
Trickled through.
I'm 114.
Yeah.
And I just walk right away on a broom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you that we're full of good ideas, but we should probably get into that first story and hear these great jokes.
Sounds good. Round 1. Protesters calling for gyms to reopen do squats, push-ups outside at Clearwater Courthouse in Florida. Gyms have been closed since Florida Governor Ron DeSantis issued a statewide safer at home order in April to slow the spread of coronavirus. That executive order expired when the state started the first phase of reopening in early May. That wasn't a very long order. That was like a couple of weeks. But Florida's gyms at this point aren't allowed to reopen until the state reaches phase 2 of the governor's reopening plan. A group of 20 to 30 people gathered outside the Pinellas County Courthouse in Clearwater to protest that, calling for gyms to reopen now so employees can get back to work and customers can return. The protesters held signs, waved flags outside the courthouse during the demonstration. They did not appear to be wearing masks or practice social distancing. During the protests, the group hit the sidewalk pavement a few times to do push-ups and squats. According to Governor Ron DeSantis' current plan, gyms will be allowed to reopen in phase 2, but will be limited to 75% capacity. They will also have to adhere to strict protocols when it comes to social distancing and sanitation.
All right. You know what? I'm going to start things off in this round. Does that sound all right?
Sure.
Open the gyms. What am I supposed to do to stay in shape, huh? 10 one-legged squats, 20 bodyweight squats, 20 walking lunges, 20 step-ups, 10 pull-ups or inverted bodyweight rows if I don't have a pull-up bar in my house, 10 dips, 10 push-ups, end with a 30-second plank, then do another 2 circuits after a brief rest. Fuck out of here.
All I heard was 2 all-beef patties, special sauce.
Pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, rest, then eat it again.
Well, I'm loving that.
I like to stuff French fries in my mouth first for resistance training.
The burger goes down way slower that way.
Yeah.
Who wants to
All
go
right.
next?
Ricky, you want to go?
Yeah. I'm all for exercising my right to free speech, but all that other stuff, who do I look like, Jack LaLanne? Did everybody get the Jack LaLanne reference?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, damn, we're old, but like, who's the modern equivalent to like as an exercise guru?
Well, my first thought was Arnold Schwarzenegger, but that's not fun.
That's
You
not
guys-
fun at all.
This is him. This is Jack LaLanne.
I know who Jack LaLanne is.
He's the godfather of fitness. Look at that fucking guy.
Oh, yeah. Wow, he's ripped.
That is uncomfortable to see.
Is he still alive?
No, I don't think so. I think he died recently.
That didn't work out then.
Rest in peace.
No, Jeremy, he did work out.
Jeez.
Didn't we
Oh,
discover
he
this?
did.
Yeah, he
Oh,
worked out
okay.
all the time.
All right, I'll go next. Said one protester, reopen the gyms. I've tried working out at home, but the only woman there to hit on was my wife. Gross.
My
I
turn.
don't know why my first thought after that joke is, that was cute.
Oh, he has a wife and a house.
Nice little joke.
And that's why I thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
Go ahead, Hannah.
if they squat hard enough, they'll push the whole state of Florida underwater, and we won't have to hear about Florida anymore.
If you all squat at the same time, Florida will just sink. That's on it.
Yeah, I don't think gravity works like that.
Has anybody here ever worked out? I don't think any of that really adds up. But.
I watch
Ever?
videos.
No.
Let's see. Do you want to work out like a pro? Want to test your limits? Do you want to disregard any safety precautions? Then you need the hot new fitness craze that's sweeping the nation. Civil disobedience.
Disobedience.
So civil disobedience.
There were other protesters who dropped weights callously on the ground, loudly grunted, and took selfies in the reflection of the courthouse windows. Because they were doing other things you do at the gym.
Yep.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You're like a regular Jack LaLanne.
I didn't hear any of the things I do at the gym. Take a Zumba class and poop in the locker room.
Just in the room.
Yeah.
Not in the bathroom.
There's a bathroom in the locker room?
Is that a Zumba class? ZOOM? Because everyone's doing it from home now.
Oh, that's
That's
very
pretty
clever.
funny. That's pretty
That's so
funny.
clever. And you know what? I've taken online Zumba classes since I've been home, and none of them thought of that. That's really clever.
Takes a genius
I'm a
like Jeremy to come along.
Speaking of genius, here's my next joke.
Speaking of
These
poop in the
gym-
locker room,
These gym rats are also protesting the fact that the coronavirus test doesn't include the question, how much can you bench?
is it back
I'm
to me?
scared to get my
Yeah.
results.
Your test came
you're
back
up.
negative.
2 weeks later. Well, they obviously weren't social distancing, but social distancing in Florida means the space between one person and another person is the full length of an alligator. So if there was an alligator in between, we could have really helped them out.
Here's hoping that when they reopen, gyms will focus their disinfecting on the men's locker room benches that are frequented by elderly men's balls.
Yeah, that is a good point. During this lockdown, these men just have to be creepy naked in their own homes.
Yeah, boring.
Watching people.
Harley, how do you know about?
Well,
Yeah,
women
Jeremy, you
have the
don't have balls.
same. Yeah, and women have the same equivalent. There's always that one older woman with the really saggy boobies walking around naked in the locker room.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
no, I thought that was going somewhere else.
I know, I thought her labia
No.
was up her.
Yeah, no, like, real saggy labia, just touching the bench.
The
They
women
just have-
really explore the space in the locker rooms, and they'll do it just full on naked, and they
Yeah,
dead stare, and then they'll just have a full conversation with you.
it's so uncomfortable. Like when I'm pooping in the locker room, I wear a long t-shirt.
You do that to cover up your long labia.
Well, I don't want anyone to see it because I'm a lady.
And you curtsy with them.
Oh no, I'm not curtsying. That's my labia.
I know, that was you pulling your labia.
I hold it up.
What a
That's
lady.
what I said. Clear time.
Oh, okay. We're on the same page now.
All right. Is it my turn?
I think so.
Yeah.
Skylar, Perry, where were you last March? Oh, sorry. Let me do that. Skylar, Perry, where were you last week for the march? You guys cannot skip leg day.
Where were you last March?
Yeah.
Like, on vacation?
Not this March, last March.
Many of the protesters flexed their biceps whenever reporters asked them, which way is the fastest to get coronavirus? This way.
They pointed to themselves.
In their defense, if the gyms can only be open at 75%, that's the brain power of like 8 Floridians. All right.
Fuck Florida, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that'll do it for the jokes in round one. So we're going to go to our resident judge, Aaron Kraft. How did the points shake out?
Good job, guys. This was a really good round, I thought.
Thank you.
It's going to be tough to award a winner here, but let me go for the easy one here. Rick, who is Skylar and Perry? What is this?
Just some dudes.
Okay.
Some workout bros.
Some dudes who were not around last March.
the March.
You don't know those bros?
Okay, so
Good dude.
Real good dudes.
I didn't know if that was a joke I didn't get, but okay, you just made up some names.
Yeah, just some names.
Okay. I thought Jeremy, he was riffing hard, and I liked his Zumba class with ZOOMBA.
But that wasn't his joke. But I mean, it was a good riff.
Oh yeah, you're right. But I wrote that down because it was funny. So
Yeah.
Hey, flashes of genius count, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And
What about flashes of penis?
flacids of penis.
Flacids of penis.
Well, Rick already talked about you, man. Okay.
I bring the flashes of genius. Rick brings the flacids of penis. I love it.
I think we got an episode title right there.
That's a band name. That's my next band name.
Flacids of penis.
I liked Hannah's Florida underwater joke, the first one. I love how it completely didn't make sense, but in a way that did make it more funny instead of just like, I don't get it, but it was actually funny because it didn't make sense.
Like a joke.
Yeah, like a joke. And I laughed at the last joke about the brain power of 8 Floridians. I thought that was good.
Guys, lay off Florida. Jeez.
Are you from Florida?
No.
Wouldn't be from a shithole like that.
How dare you say I'm from Florida?
And then speaking of Bob, I liked his "What am I supposed to do?" first joke and the civil disobedience. Did I say that right?
I'm still not entirely clear on how to say it. I really did practice like civil disobedience. I'm still not entirely sure.
It's good. No, it's good. I like when two things like that are smushed together. Unlike elderly men's balls, that shit hurts. It's sweaty and they're pushing together. But I thought that joke had a lot of potential. Maybe we could flesh that out more later. What's
the
up?
vernacular is a mashup.
Oh, mashup.
Two things are mashup.
So like when your balls mash up in the heat, that's really uncomfortable. That was just the image I got from the frequent elderly men's balls joke. But my point about all this is I don't know which one to choose because I enjoyed all of it. So I'm going to give everybody a point.
Woo!
Yay!
So we basically didn't
win.
need to do that round. Thanks, Aaron.
We all win.
I'll edit it out for the next episode.
Jeremy, you've kind of pigeonholed yourself. Now you're just a Zumba joke guy. That's all you can do now.
I'll have to figure out how to work it into that. I gotta get my reps in, so I'll try again in round 2.
All right, well, let's see if anyone can come ahead in round 2.
Okay.
A 66-year-old woman is suing all gay people. Yes, all of them. A Nebraska woman is suing every gay person on earth and is asking a federal judge to rule on whether homosexuality is a sin. Sylvia Driscoll, age 66, describes herself as an ambassador of God and is Jesus Christ, and will serve as our own lawyer. as her own lawyer in Driscoll versus Homosexuals. In her 7-page
I love
petition.
that movie.
Yeah.
The horror movie.
In her 7-page petition, written entirely in cursive, Driscoll doesn't reference any case laws for U.S. District Judge John M. Gerard to consider, but she does quote the Bible and Webster's Dictionary. I never thought I would see a day in which our great nation or our own great state of Nebraska would become so compliant to the complicity of some people's lewd behavior, writes Driscoll, who says that homosexuality is a sin and that they, the homosexuals, know it is a sin to live a life of homosexuality. Why else would they have been hiding in the closet? Gay activists around the country hope to get deposed and say they'd be willing to take the stand. This woman sucks, you guys.
This story is from 2015, by the way.
But it's still relevant today, Rick.
Yeah, it still happened.
He still sucks, Rick.
Okay, sorry.
Where were you last March?
You know how many
Tell the
gays
jury.
are sued? They're still working on it. There's so many gays that are still being sued from it. Like that's
Really? Like for reals?
No.
There's just a line outside the courthouse and just one
Yeah.
by one.
You're
The
sued.
judge just hands each of them. Yeah, that's how the judge hands out.
Yeah.
Sued or not sued is like the vernacular they.
And I love that
Yeah,
show.
they're like up to like Driscoll v. Gay number 24 right now.
Hey,
Hey, number 24, my favorite perfume.
Driscoll versus gay.
Who's starting us off?
Who's gay?
I think it's me. All right. You cannot prove that I'm gay. Glory holes come in all sorts of sizes. One size fits all.
All right, Jeremy.
Yeah. The woman is asking the judge if homosexuality is a sin, and second, will wearing a mask keep her from catching it?
All right, Hannah.
She says that she is the ambassador of God and his son, Jesus Christ. These Instagram influencers have just gone way too far.
He saw like up on the cross, felt cute. Probably.
Might come back later.
Might
God-
come back later. I just got that.
And God said, "Let there be light filter," and there was light filter. Good.
Link in bio.
Link in the Bible.
I'm fine with the riffing continuing because I'm not crazy about these jokes that I've written. So, man, what a fucking hag. It's the regular. Rick.
Yeah.
Rick?
Oh, me. I'm bisexual, so you only get half of my sexuality in the proceedings, lady.
This case is a precursor for her next legal fight, Driscoll v. Shrimp Eaters.
Stupid.
Driscoll, very shrimp eaters.
Very shrimp eaters.
I thought you were gonna say like the banana eaters or something.
It doesn't say anything about bananas in the Bible.
As a matter of fact, it's
Oh,
been
it
said
does.
that the banana is the perfect food for human beings, proving that there's a God.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Proving that God has a sense of humor.
Because then they slip on it afterwards.
Okay, Hannah.
Okay. The judge just wrote back, "Thou shall not waste my fucking time," in cursive.
In cursive.
I know you've been hurt, Sylvia. Show us on the doll which article of clothing he made a catty remark about.
That's really good.
She just waves her hand like the whole thing.
That's what they did to me. That's what they did. What is with all this? I'm asexual, so you have no claim to me. In fact, I'm suing all over their sexualities for the disgusting things that you do.
Rick, I don't know what to believe anymore. You're gay, you're bisexual, you're asexual.
This is Rick's attorney.
Is everything.
He'll do anything to get out of a lawsuit. Something tells me the case will end with a statement from her, something like, that ruling was gay.
Yeah, Jeremy, you're calling in, so you can't see, but Aaron looks real disappointed in that joke. So don't expect any kind of validation this round. Hannah has one more joke, and I totally stepped
Okay. Famous sex podcaster Dan Savage is involved, and he made the popular hashtag for Donald Trump, impeach that motherfucker. And for Sylvia, he said, let's make Sylvia gay again.
And you should see that baseball cap. It's beautiful.
Pretty fabulous.
Yeah, she's also asking the judge, experimenting in college doesn't count, right?
Let's see. Why else would they be hiding in the closet? Well, litigation, I guess. That's all I got. A perfect way to end round 2. We're going to go to our resident judge, Aaron Kraft, and see what he thinks.
I was curious about something that Rick said, that glory holes come in all sizes.
Now, Aaron, were you bi-curious?
Is this true, Rick? I don't know. I've never heard this statement before, but I never thought about it.
One size fits all.
One size fits all. I thought
They don't have like different gauges.
That's just a novel idea, because like, how do you know how big to make the hole in the wall? You know,
Just big. That's how big you make it.
It's like a drill index where it goes like 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch.
Use that banana.
Don't strut it. I'm sorry, Hannah. What?
That wasn't funny.
No.
She said use that banana.
Oh yeah, use the banana. Use the rule of thumb. Don't use your thumb. Use a banana.
Yeah.
You know they say banana is the perfect penis size?
it proves there's a God.
Yeah, it proves there's a God. And then you can pull off the outside, and then people will slip on it.
What?
It's funny. Ex-boyfriend used to say that about plantains.
All right.
It sounds exotic.
Oh my God, can you guys hear my dog going crazy right now?
Yeah, shut him up.
I don't know how.
Okay, so Jeremy, I liked his light filter riff. That was really funny. Everybody laughed. But my favorite jokes came from Hannah and Bob. I think Hannah's Instagram influencers joke and Bob's catty remark were not only the funniest, but got the best reaction from everybody as well. So I'm going to give a point to Hannah and Bob this round.
Yay!
Cool.
All right. Well, Hannah and Bob have come ahead in round 2, as Carly was saying.
All right, well, I think it's actually anyone's game in round 3. North Korea comes to accept Kim Jong-Un can't bend space and time. A North Korean newspaper denied that the Kim family are masters of, Chukji-byap?
Perfect.
That can't be right.
Perfect.
Is that right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't speak Korean.
What do I look like? Some Korean speaker?
It's a method of folding space to cover great distances in a short period of time.
Chukimbap. I gotcha. Yeah.
Chukimbap is one of the myths.
I think it's
Chicken bap,
I think it's that Larry Pop.
I liked Rick's better.
Yeah, I like mine better.
Yeah, sorry.
From the band. I was gonna see if this still works now that it's been several minutes since the riff. But that was a hit from the band Hanson. Handsome.
Yeah, it holds up.
That's great.
It holds up.
Handsome.
It holds up. Jing Jing Yup is one of the myths and supposed mystical powers that North Korea.
I feel like Carly's being racist now.
Yeah, she's regretting the line there.
It did seem racist. I don't know why.
I think we crossed.
I just did the same joke that Rick made.
It's
Carly,
20.
are you pulling your eyes
White.
back?
Show some compassion here.
Thank you, Hannah. Yeah.
All right, sorry, my bad. I'll start that over. Derangement is one of the myths and supposed mystical powers that North Korea has used to glorify the reclusive. I know.
I'm going to glorify this.
I'm gonna glorify
Carly
you.
I feel like you guys are being racist toward white Southerners now.
Let me just get through this paragraph. The North Korea has used to glorify the reclusive dictator and former leader Kim Jong-il. In realistic terms, a person cannot suddenly disappear and reappear by folding space. The news outlet finally admitted. An official at South Korea's unification ministry said that the regime's path of demystification is noteworthy. It appears to stress patriotism and love for the people rather than mystification of the leaders, the official explains. Since Kim failed to reach an agreement in a second summit with President Trump last year, he has focused on showing more of his human side, urging people to stay away from the mystification of their leader. Mystifying a leader's revolutionary activity and appearance would result in uncovering the truth. Excuse me. Kim was quoted as saying in state media after the breakdown of talks with the U.S. after a 3-week absence, which fueled rumors about his health. Kim showed up on May 1st for a ribbon-cutting event to open a new fertilizer factory.
So now, for Kim Jong-Un, the term folding space will only refer to the area of skin around his waistline.
You fat.
The folding space.
All right, Hannah.
Chidiuk is just another impossible stereotype for women.
Kim Jong-un cut the ribbon at a fertilizer factory after closing the doors on his government-run manure factory. Bullshit.
What?
So he is
I got it.
telling the truth.
Jokes are best
Thereby-
when you have to explain them.
I know,
Ouch.
it always works out great.
On this show, jokes that need explaining require 3 more minutes of discussion.
I will say this. Sometimes it does work with Aaron.
Yeah.
That's true.
There have been times where he's like, I don't get it. Then you explain it. He's like, I really love it.
Knowledge is power.
Quote
My
Kim
turn?
Jong-un.
My turn?
Yes.
Kim
it's your
would
turn.
like the police to see the police. Move on, next person.
What?
All that!
Kim would like the
What
people
was
to see his. Kim would like the people to see his human side, except on a full moon.
Ooh, very funny.
I like all the stuff before that, though.
Then is Kim Jong-un dead?
Oh, shit.
We have
Are you
a
okay?
down. Comedian down.
That's the North Korean government.
Kim Jong-un got him. He can't bend space and time? Then how does he dunk on a 10-foot rim? It's gotta be the shoes made by magical North Korean children.
I liked it before the tag or the
Oh,
end of
man.
it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it stopped at 10-foot rim. That was good.
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
didn't
stop
even,
at 10
you, didn't
foot.
even, you didn't even want the it's gotta be the shoes part?
I don't want the punchline.
Yeah, I actually just liked the image of Kim Jong-Un trying to dunk on a 10-foot rim. I thought that was pretty good.
With Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He starts at the 3 and then he goes, and he like appears right above the basket.
Yeah.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Everything he says is like that one kid from your class who lies about everything. Like, yeah, I drove a Lamborghini one time. Yeah, I made out with Megan Fox one time. Yeah, I folded Space and Time.
Well, no, but my cousin did.
Yeah, I don't like. You can't see it. Like I totally
Yeah,
did.
I folded Space and Time.
It was tough for Kim Jong-un to admit to his people that he's not a magical person, but just a regular guy with a massive penis.
Oh.
God damn it, I got a
Lights went out.
Is it a motion sensor?
Like, Kim Jong-Un is pissed at Bob. He's just.
Is Bob in a classroom?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
his
it's
house
cool.
just looks like that.
I don't know.
There's a
He
giant
likes
Learning
whiteboard.
a lot about
elementary school.
people's homes.
what happened?
Okay, my turn.
Okay.
Kim does not have time and space manipulation powers, but he can totally pull a rabbit of his hat, and believe me, there's nothing up his sleeve.
Not even arms?
You know what? This guy's pretty good. He's pretty amazing.
Does he grab stuff?
I only
Does he
mentioned the
eat?
massive penis, yeah?
Yeah, with his giant penis.
His arms are just penises.
He eats mostly peanuts. Just,
Like an elephant.
yes, Carly. Thank you.
Okay, because if you're just listening to the podcast, they can't see you doing the thing with your arm.
Oh, he said peanuts.
He
I
did.
felt it was inferred through the words, not just the motion.
I think we were imagining a penis arm eating a peanut like an elephant.
Mhm.
Like,
Like an
yeah,
elephant.
eat it up through the hole.
Yes.
Yeah.
like the foreskin does the grabbing.
Mhm.
Yeah, if it's circumcised. Great.
It's harder.
Jeremy,
Like if he's
Jeremy,
not-
are you drawing a diagram? A police sketch?
Is this Kim Jong-un's penis you saw?
Is this a picture of a banana?
I like that you said, Jeremy, I like that you said that like a magician. It's like, is this the penis that you saw?
No.
Oh my gosh, that
Say
is
my
the penis I
name.
saw.
It is
How did you know?
the biggest
You do that.
I've ever seen.
And just to reiterate, we've never met before, right? You don't know my name and can't.
And then a bunch of black kids run across the street going, "Oh!"
Okay.
That's
I like
the
to
weirdest.
I like to imagine a magician who's like the reveal is this your penis?
But he's just like a drunk guy. Like he's like old, his like hat's all tilted. And, like his head has like moth holes in it. Like
The reason you know it's your penis is because he had you put your autograph on it first.
You have to sign it first.
Then he just reaches down there and he's like, "Is this your penis?"
he slaps.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
And how did he pull it out from behind my ear?
Got your penis. I got your penis.
It's just like a loose penis. It's just like not connected to anything.
Jeremy, I think the answer is that he's got a strong pullout game.
He does, yeah.
Ta-da!
He says ta-da before the explosion.
Oh yeah, I gotta get him ready.
You know what I call my,
I'm gonna ta-da! I'm gonna ta-da!
And
Ta-da!
go everywhere.
Yeah, I'm dating a musician or magicians.
Well, he does sing it. Ta-da!
I worked with a magician once, and he was just terrible. Like, he insisted on opening for everyone. I hate magicians. Like, I always get bamboozled by them. And he had a rubber chicken tie, like not like a rubber chicken as a tie, but like a tie with a rubber chicken on it. And he wanted to headline this like charity show that I was on, and his like end joke, he asked a girl to come up on stage and be like, do you want to see a picture of Michael Jackson as a baby? And she's like, who? Like, she's like 8. And so he's like, yes, say yes. And he has like a manila envelope, and she pulled this picture out, and it was a black baby. And then she's like, okay. And he's like, do you want to see Michael Jackson as an adult? And she's like, yeah. I don't know. I'm 8. Like, and he pulls out like just a picture of a white guy, like not even like white Michael Jackson.
Hey, Hannah.
That was it. Like, that was the thing. Like that was the final.
I know you're criticizing this guy, but this sounds fucking hilarious.
Oh, you know what I'm upset about, Hannah?
You guys, it was at a battered women's shelter.
Oh my God.
I'm still laughing.
And I had to like go up, and I had to sign a contract that said that I couldn't say any like swear words, anything like that. And like this guy fucking goes on, and he was like, did you see that? I smoked it.
You don't get out. It was a magic trick. He was just showing pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I'm really upset that you gave away the trick. You revealed the trick.
And then
what was the trick?
So needless to say, the little girl's mind was blown. Everyone was wowed.
But
It was a lot of money.
Especially it's bad if the little girl didn't know who Michael Jackson was at all.
yeah, she didn't
Because
get it.
then the trick is even worse.
And he had this like joke when he would take pictures with people that he would like, it would be a lighter, or his wallet would catch on fire, but it was him with his lighter behind it. And so my friend and I figured it out. We're like, hey, let's take another picture. And he's like, we're using a lot of my oil. I really want you to stop. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, you were so good. Like, let's have more pictures. Just destroying this guy's life. He added me on Facebook after that.
Now you said he was a magician, right?
Yes.
Okay, I've heard very few tricks in
No, that
those
was
two
it.
stories.
Illusionist. Illusions. Giving you the illusion that I'm doing anything.
My
Are
talent
we
is an illusion.
Do we still have more jokes?
I have one more.
I think
Okay.
he was a delusionist.
Bob, I think it's your turn.
Is it?
I'm so sorry.
No, that was going to be funnier than anything I've got here.
No, I think it's Hannah's turn.
Okay, Hannah, everybody's done 2 so far. So
I just finished mine. I
Was that
just like staying the night at the kid's house, like the kid who lies.
Oh, yeah. That was a long time ago.
I forgot what story we're even talking about. Oh, Kim Jong-Un cannot bend time and space. That's the story. All right,
That was so long ago. It's back when Michael Jackson was a black baby.
Let's bend time and space right now and get back to the story.
Where
All
was
right,
that?
somebody go. It doesn't matter who.
When asked for comment, President Trump said, I wasn't surprised. I'm psychotic, so I knew he was going to say that.
For my next trick, I will feed my starving people. Do you guys like seafood? Seafood? Ah.
He gives them all a picture of a baby Michael Jackson.
I actually feel like in Hannah's reference, it would be this guy asking this 8-year-old if she liked seafood, and then he holds up a picture of a horse.
Could go in the kitchen. Kim Jong-un's therapist stopped asking him about his inner child and asked him to focus on his inner human. It's a therapy joke. All right, sorry. Get it all
His
figured
inner
out.
human?
Yeah, because he says it's inner human.
All right, I think I got the last one here. Must be upsetting to be North Korean and find out Kim Jong-un's only superpower is that his hair stops growing at the perfect length.
I think this is a good opportunity for me to go on a rant about Wolverine's hair. How he's got the same. So if his head catches on fire, his hair all comes off. He's bald, right? And it grows back into the Wolverine shape of hair, right? Right? But then in one of the movies, he has a beard. How could he have a beard?
He's a wolf, right?
No, well, if his head catches on fire, his hair will grow back the same exact way it always does, with the sideburns and the points.
Now,
But
am I saying
how does
his
he have a
name right?
beard?
Are you talking about Wolverine?
Yeah, Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Wolverine's brother,
X-Men.
Wolverine.
Rick, you've got some old ass references in this episode.
So he's
That's
not
Wolf
supposed to have a
Blitzer.
beard.
Did
It's
Jack
Wolf Blitzer's
Leilani
made
play
it.
him?
What?
Did Jack Leilani play him?
Leilani.
Jack Leilani.
What was it?
Jack Leilani.
Okay.
Hannah, you're so young.
Jack Leilani?
Jack Leilani is the fitness guru of Hawaii.
Aaron, I don't know how you're going to judge this round, but
I don't know. I took good notes.
I think it's time for the judgment call here.
All right.
I don't think that Ben Vereen is that old of a reference. He played Will Smith's dad in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And that was like, what, 30 years ago?
That was 30 fucking years ago. I'm sorry to break this to you, Rick, but we're old.
The big judge guy. And I was like, that's not right. And then I was
No.
like, Phil.
Uncle Phil? No.
Uncle Phil?
I'm sorry. Just
Aaron.
Yeah. Okay. So, Rick, you lost me at seafood. Why that joke, man? I mean, hasn't that been played to death by this point?
Harsh.
Don't you do every time you eat on the show, you're doing a seafood joke?
I thought it was funny.
Thank you.
I thought that was his best joke.
The difference between not a comedian and a comedian. So, but it got a good reaction. I guess that's why I wrote it down. But I was just like, are we still laughing at that in 2020?
And I appreciate your support. Also, don't I look a little bit like Leonardo DiCaprio?
Stop it with that.
Yeah.
Stop it with the
Like his
Leo.
handsome older brother. Yeah, for sure.
The
Jeremy.
brother that bought him booze.
Wait, got what?
The brother that bought him booze.
Wait,
I
bottom
don't believe
boost?
you're older than Leo. Let me see your driver's license.
Oh, the brother that bottom. Okay,
Bought him booze.
that alliteration was playing with my head there. Jeremy was
Hey,
just,
I'm the brother that bottom booze.
shut up, Rick. Shut the fuck up. Jeremy killing it this round, folding space around his waistline, dunk on a 10-foot rim, his pull-out riff, his baby Michael Jackson riff. It was all really good stuff. So Jeremy,
Once
Maybe
again.
Michael Jackson riff.
That's like my thing.
Yeah.
well, no,
I should fill Hannah in. Aaron loves Jeremy and everything he says. Like, he can't get enough.
actually not true at all. But yeah, no.
This is the second episode in a row where you're like, Jeremy, everything was great. I mean, I couldn't find a single flaw.
No room for improvement.
Yeah.
I've said about Jeremy, he either completely kills it or he just completely falls flat. And today's killing it.
That's why I love having.
Telling everybody else's good jokes too.
Yeah.
That's why I love having a musician as a judge.
Jeremy, that's perfect. I love it. On fire. Man, you should be on television.
And I was gonna say Hannah ran away with it too because of her, we were riffing hard off the whole Michael Jackson thing, and we went off on that tangent where everybody was laughing their ass off. So, kudos to Hannah. And then I liked your first joke, especially the impossible stereotype for women, which complimented Jeremy's joke really well too. So, I know that wasn't planned, but
we did get that one together.
Yeah, Hannah's like the red wine to my lamb shank.
That's the nicest thing someone said about me. Oh my God, I'm like red right now.
Yeah, you're red wine.
Hannah, I'm sorry that you've had such a rough life.
It's so front.
I hope the phrase regular guy with a massive penis, I hope that was the only time that was ever spoken in the classroom that you're sitting in right now.
I'm in my classroom where I teach you how to have a massive penis.
I got to sign up for that one.
It's a charter school.
Size of the glory holes there, because that's the real indicator, I think, of quality. But your funniest joke as well. But it was really Hannah and Jeremy that ran away with it. So I'm going to give a point to Jeremy, a point to Hannah. So that gives Jeremy 2 points, Rick 1 point, Bob 2 points, and Hannah 3.
Yeah, Hannah. Congratulations.
Doubly impressive considering the bias on this show for Jeremy. So well done.
Thank you.
We're going to get into plugs, but first we're going to head to Carly Kastner and see if she has any burning questions.
Of course I do. Let's keep it with this last story about time travel. I want to know if you could travel to any moment in time that already happened, but you could only be there for like 30 seconds. What would you do and where would you go?
Wherever that show was that Hannah did with that guy. Because 30 seconds is perfect. That's all I need.
You're coming to Davenport, Iowa?
That was a 20-minute bit, so you're not going to get much. Now,
maybe 30 seconds isn't a long time, but yeah.
Are we there, like, interacting, like, physically part of it, or just kind of like watching, observing?
Whatever floats your boat, baby.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat, baby.
Interesting you say floats your boat, because I was going to say I've always had a fascination with the Titanic.
Yes.
Just about.
Really?
Yes.
I would say since 1997.
You just want to know what it looks like?
Yeah, just like to experience like the human condition of that moment as like it was thinking. I would just have been like fascinated my life since 1997.
You sound like a Nazi. I would love to see people die. It's really fascinating to me on a large scale.
And Jeremy would probably treat it as a bit. If he's there for 30 seconds, and as it's going down, he's just like, "Check, please."
I'd be like, who wants to get drawn like a French girl?
That didn't really happen.
I follow a TikTok that's like all Titanic facts, and it's just a dude like who just like he'll come on the screen like, "Hey, this Titanic fact," and I'm like all about it, and I'll just sit there and scroll and I check his updates every day to see what he's doing. And like
Titanic the movie or Titanic the actual.
So he had about like 6 where he talked about like the characters in the movie and how they were real and real life, and then like which ones were fake and how they were different. It's really cool. I feel like on the Titanic stuff.
So if you could go to 30 seconds of any time, it would be watching those again, or?
I think it would mostly just be like walking on the Titanic the first time and like seeing everything and like what people are wearing, like what second class is, like that's never really shown. So I'd want to see that and see just like how big it actually was.
Well, we're trying to get video for Jeremy so that everybody can find out.
It's too bad I don't have video right now because, guys, I'm on the Titanic right now.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
They have really good internet reception there.
Hey, can you stop someone there and ask him a question?
No, it's 30 seconds are up. That's it.
30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. Quick.
Hey, you know you're going to die?
And Jeremy falls off the ship.
Like 27 more seconds, man.
Why don't you like use that 30 seconds to just like go into the engine room or the bridge or whatever and just jerk the wheel? And see if like maybe
right into that iceberg.
Yeah. Why don't you kill them?
See, because that's actually what I was thinking. I would go back in time to when Jeremy was conceived and smack his dad on the ass to make sure that he's born.
Wait, that really happened?
Yeah. I'm your other dad, Jeremy.
I don't think that's how biology works.
But that's how time travel works.
That's how time travel works. Yeah.
You can't just smack someone on the butt and then be a part of their genetics.
Forcefully. Not just like a pat, not like a good job, buddy. Jeremy's dad just needing some encouragement.
Rick will appear and get ready to smack Jeremy's dad on the ass, and then I'll appear, and I said, "You don't want to do that."
And then I'll appear and I'll do the smacking.
And then I'll say no, and then I'll start to disintegrate.
You guys all appear
if Jeremy gets born.
You guys all appear.
All three of us would use our 30 seconds.
Wait, you guys all appear?
Go ahead, Jim.
You guys all appear as like little figures on my dad's shoulders. Like, you're not gonna want to do that. Go for it, big boy.
Go for it.
No, in this scenario that I'm presenting, we're all normal size.
Yeah, we're normal size. I don't know why that does it for you.
Yeah, that's just weird, Jeremy. Why would you think that?
That's how my dad gets off.
And that's how. And I get off on my dad getting off, so.
I'm dying laughing at the idea of all three of us using our significant power to go back in time to Jeremy's conception.
This is like Terminator shit, where it's like I'm trying to prevent something, or you guys are trying to keep something from happening, whatever the fuck.
We're trying to prevent Jeremy from going back in time to the Titanic and making that check please joke.
I come to when I'm being conceived to pull you guys like out of it because I'm like, come with me because I want to live.
Jeez. You see, that's why I'm trying to stop it.
And Jeremy's dad is like, why are there so many people here?
How do I even get in my car?
What's Jeremy's mom doing at that point?
Oh, you don't want to know.
That's where Aaron comes back.
England.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you, Anna. What?
Nothing.
She just went back in time and removed that joke.
It would have landed, but the timing's all off now.
Timing is everything with comedy, I've learned.
You mean that you've not learned? Is everybody any other thoughts? Or is it all Titanic
in my head.
It's all Titanic and Jeremy's dad fucking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Hannah, we thank you for being on the show once again. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Is there anything that you want to point the listeners and viewers to online, like where they can follow you, say Instagram or what have you?
You can follow me on Instagram. My name, Hannah, Hannah, S as in Sophia, and then Tighe. So it's my name with an S in between.
Tighe.
And then Twitter is Hanny, HANNY_TIE.
Have you ever thought about having a screen name? That's what Tighes do best.
No, because I want to fuck.
And Carly's given up on that a long time ago.
I did it once when I was 21, and you know what? It wasn't that great.
Yeah, where my dog's at? I think
No.
So then,
Okay.
Sorry.
follow.
I don't want the show to end.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I was saying to my dog.
Jeremy, we have to go back in time to make sure you're conceived. We have to make your dad go 88 miles per hour.
And that's Jeremy's reaction in the movie. Just a chuckle.
Okay.
And then that's where the movie ends.
And then
It's a short
I
film.
disappear. I disappear and credits fall.
Jeremy, you're breaking up. I can't hear you. You're disappearing.
I'm on the Titanic, Doc.
Well, you know that comedy podcast you were looking for? Well, you can find it online. Anywhere that you find podcasts, we'll be there. At 123 Jokes Podcast on Twitter. 123 Jokes, no spaces, all spelled out on Instagram. We're on Spotify. We're on Stitcher. Everywhere. We're on YouTube. I'm catching up on the videos, thank God. And we'd certainly appreciate it if you gave us some likes, some ratings, reviews, suggestions for stories. Share them.
Share them.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost it completely.
Lost Bob.
That's it. We didn't save Bob. We should have gone to Bob's conception.
We should
have to go back in time.
We went over all of the details, Bob. So I think we're good.
Aaron, love that.
What's up?
No,
No.
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 Sorry.
I was like, no, fuck that shit.
I thought. Do we want to ask Hannah what she has coming up?
She just did.
I have nothing. I mean,
Oh, I was very distracted because my dog was barking.
Most honest answer ever.
well, like,
Hey, Carly. Hey, Carly. How about you use those noise-canceling headphones to cancel the noise of your dog?
I know. I can't. He's very loud.
All right, well.
Check me out
All
on
right, Aaron,
SoundCloud,
Aaron.
Captain Lovecraft, CAPT period, LOVEKRAFT.
Well, with that, it's been a while we've done this, so we all want to, hang on forever. But anyways, I'm Jeremy Martinez.
I'm Ricardo Leone.
He's Bob Timmons. I'm Carly Kastner.
And I'm Aaron Kraft.
And our
And
guest today.
Hannah Tighe.
All right, this has been another episode of 1, 2, 3, Joe!
Folks, no make
Congratulations.
get out of here.
can't believe we lost Bob, guys. What a loss.
It feels right, though. Feels right.